Oh, this is not a spring chicken. I would show you my, well, actually, my flag hat, because today is voting day. And there's a lot of other things that have been going on besides people casting a vote, but hopefully you did, because it's one of the most important things you could do. We've been at the SEMA show all day, but meanwhile, news continues. So we're going to bring Oldecam on with comments on the headlines of
Democrats had as many as 39%, 39-point turnaround in figures today.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Where?
Certain some states they had a 39% turnaround.
Democrats know that if the Republicans win the election, it will be yet another court-tainted election victory for them against the will of a disenfranchised people of this nation.
Well, yeah, because Republicans are so disenfranchising people that the Democrats have had as many in some races as a 39-point turnaround in the elections since this morning.
39 points?
Even the Democrats are scoffing at a 39% turnaround.
It's amazing. In one day you can do all that?
They already had to correct one of the races because it was so far out of whack. Liberal Democrats were saying it's impossible.
And Obama is angry at everyone.
Well, yeah, they said that he's trying to outdo Richard Nixon. I think
what?
I think he's addicted to nicotine. He uses nicotine patches and chews nicotine gum and smokes. Everything you're not supposed to do. And I think when he has all of a sudden these turns all of a sudden, I think it's because he's having a reaction to nicotine.
And the TSA is rolling out new pat-down techniques at the airports.
You know, because they basically thought they were getting too personal. So now they're going to get even more personal.
Oh, really?
Yep.
And press is in a slash and burn mode.
Oh, you have to listen to the people we're listening to. I was amazed how tight these races are that, you know, I'd have thought that the Republicans would have done better. They still lost the races, but that's now that it was so close. Of course, only counts in horseshoes, folks.
Well, actually, does it count in elections at all?
Well, if you're Republican, you have to win by a minimum of 5 points in order to win an election in a democratically controlled area. That's not to say that they have election problems in those states, is it?
And bomb maker in Yemen, a key suspect in bomb plot.
Yeah, but the problem is, you know, which bomb maker in Yemen? I mean, okay, you want to catch an Arab terrorist, throw a rock in Yemen.
Well, and how can Democrats stop the Republican tied this election? Young voters.
They didn't come out to vote, folks. I mean, we're watching the news right now, and there's so little blue on the map, it's unbelievable.
Well, midterm elections traditionally don't have high voter turnout.
I know, but the turnout is almost all Republican, which is the disaster.
Yeah, and you'll see what the country ends up looking like after this.
Yeah.
The economy is still sluggish as nation prepares to vote.
Well, yeah, because Obama was elected to do something about the economy, so he did everything but the economy. He did vote a stimulus, though, which basically has got Jerry Brown and Barbara Boxer reelected, but that's the only two.
Well, he did get that. Well, we don't even know. What about Pelosi?
Yeah, Pelosi basically, I think, is going to resign from office. Because
what?
It is as of this moment, is an ungodly rout of the Democratic Party, and she led this disaster that's caused the rout.
Oh, so even if she wins the election, she'll step down?
They think that she will step down because of the total disaster she's presided over.
Well,
The worst, they said right now, it looks like it will be the worst defeat in the history of American politics for a party.
Oh, really?
You know, but Juan Williams said that this was just like the Titanic was headed towards an iceberg, and the Democratic Party was the part of the iceberg that was under the water, and the Republicans were the Titanic. No.
And with images of civil rights loss, blacks urged to vote.
Yeah. Obama and his continued attacks on the Republicans, saying that they're going to strip you of all of your rights unless you support me.
And Rousseff elected as Brazil's first female president.
Yeah, she used to be a terrorist. Isn't that a good one?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh.
She's socialist, and socialists get elected in those countries.
Well, maybe that's why she became president.
Yeah.
Yeah, Napolitano, military to aid civilian and cybersecurity.
Which is illegal, and she knows it's illegal, so it's not going to happen.
Well, why is she saying that then?
Because she's trying to make it look like the Democrats are doing something.
Oh.
So,
And thousands evacuated as Indonesian volcano spews more ash.
because the one volcano dumps more stuff into the atmosphere than all the cars do in a year. But volcanoes aren't responsible for global warming. People are.
And Meek's story shows Democrats' fears of Senate wipeout.
Well, they basically, if you look, Meek is basically, the Democrats may lose the Democratic Party on the ballot next year because Meek has done so horrible.
And and how horrible is Meek doing?
Well, he's at 8% in the polls right now.
And press say the Republicans are out to get Palin.
Basically, absolutely are, because they blame her. They said they blame her for not the fact that we don't have the control of the Senate is because of Sarah Palin. Of course, virtually every candidate that she supported has won.
And report dollar edges closer to all-time low in latest slide.
It's one of the bright points for Barack Obama today. I mean, there's no truth to the rumor that he and Geithner were doing the tango on top of the White House table. The fact that they have destroyed the American dollar and want to put the Chinese yuan in as a place.
Oh, that would be really bad.
Yeah.
Report dollar edges closer to all-time low in latest slide.
Yeah, that's what we just said.
Well, I know. Can you tell? Because you know why? I have LCD TV companies on my mind because they're seeing falling prices as demand is down.
Okay, first of all, no one wanted the things to begin with. They basically, John McCain and Representative Markey in the House decided they should all go to HDTV, and we'll make billions of dollars selling the spectrum off to the companies. Well, the problem was nobody but Google and a couple of companies bid on them. They got no money.
Are you serious?
Yeah. They forced everybody to buy. Average people had 6 television sets in every house before. Now they have 1. That's a big loss to the consumer electronics business.
It's a huge loss. And shooting at Oakland Halloween party injures 9, police say.
Because they basically, unfortunately, in minority areas, they take Halloween and these things seriously. I mean, Detroit burns every year for Halloween.
Oh, it does?
They set fires all over the city of Detroit.
Well, no wonder why they don't want to celebrate it in those places.
Yeah.
And Jon Stewart, and a question of sanity, why comedian is now liberals' #1 hero.
Well, because he helped to stop Glenn Beck and to turn the tide. But the problem is what they didn't say. They didn't show bother to say at the end of the thing. Stewart apologized because this was not meant to be a partisan campaign rally for either party. And all he did was enrage the Republicans.
And study alcohol found to be more dangerous than cocaine.
Isn't that amazing?
I know.
It's from the same people that say that marijuana is harmless.
I had a feeling you were going to say something like that.
Yeah, there's no proof that marijuana has ever done anything bad. Well, it's why it's outlawed all over the world just about, because it's a sedative, and if you use it, you do all kinds of strange things you wouldn't do.
Yeah, is that why people...
That's right.
For Nevadans, a case of hold nose and vote.
Well, right now it looks like Harry Reid, despite the fact he was way down in the polls this morning, has taken the day. Of course, that's only in Clark County where he presides as king, though.
Oh. And UN agrees 2020 biodiversity targets.
Oh, yeah. They're going to... Basically, it's aimed at the United States. The United States has to be taught a lesson. And the United States must be made to pay to save the world.
And Obama expected to rule as the first imperial president.
Oh, yeah. They said, don't think Caesar, think Nero. And they said, why? Because Nero was the one that was insane. Caesar was the one that actually cared about the people.
Are you serious? Now who's saying that?
Democrats. Okay, The trick is the Republicans refuse to listen to the Democrats. The pundits on the Democratic side do not like Barack Obama. Remember, it was only the editors that loved Obama. The reporters didn't think much of him.
And a Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
Well, as you're about to see, just because you were winning the election doesn't mean you're actually ever going to get seated.